job title?
So I'm Mike Klecheski, and I'm the team leader of our provincial reconstruction team here in Diwaniyah.
And can you spell your last name, please?
It is spelled Klecheski.
What was the purpose of our visit to the school today?
Today we inaugurated a school for girls. It was not just any school, it was a school for some of the most distinguished girls in this city. And it was a pleasure to inaugurate it. It was built by the Army Corps of Engineers, with the support of the Army Corps of Engineers, with Iraqi cooperation in a large way.
And what was the name of the school?
The school was called the Irshad Secondary School for Girls.
Do you know how to spell Irshad?
It's, I'm pretty sure that the spelling of Irshad is I-R-S-H-A-D, but I can always confirm that.
And you said it's the school for some of the most talented girls in the area. What grades is the school for?
This was for girls from 13 to 15 years old. I understand it's from throughout the city, although I kind of like to confirm that that's the case. But I also understood that it was for something like the 80th percentile on up. It wasn't clear to me exactly how they determined who gets into the school, because it isn't that huge. This is a big city, 500,000 people, so can't be the only school of its kind. But it's for the sort of some of the best anyway.
Do you know how many students they approximately
have? I don't actually know how many students they have there, but probably a couple of hundred, I would think, no more.
That's a pretty big school building.
Yeah, it was more than one building, and it was kind of a big series of buildings and a nice little play area. They still have work to do to fix up the garden. I understand that's part of their educational program, that they're going to fix the garden as part of their training, I guess you'd say, or studies. So that's a nice initiative.
Very cool. How did it impact you personally, just to be able to go there and to see the teachers and the students?
I have 3 kids, so for me it's particularly what's the word for it? I guess it's inspiring and pleasant that you have girls that are so full of energy and enthusiasm. I was very impressed that some of them spoke terrific English. So that was of course something that appealed to me. But I was so impressed myself that I must say I'm going to try to see if I can find ways that some of the kids that I know, my kids' classmates for instance, might be able to be in email contact with some of these girls.
And anything you want to add?
How do you feel that programs like this help the bond between strengthen the bond between the U.S. and the Iraqi?
This country is making a lot of progress, and to the extent that we can be partners in this progress, it's of course wonderful. And we do always stress the theme of partnership, because it's true. We work very closely with them. Construction of a school like this is really a partnership in every sense of the word. But it's also, I would say, I think we're strengthening the bond because not only are we dealing with Iraqis, that's obvious, but we're dealing with the future generation of leaders and elites and just normal people. But hopefully these girls will view us in a positive light, see us as friends and partners, and I think that's one of the best things we can do.
How important do you think education is for the future of Iraq?
I think education is important for the future of any country, obviously. But in a country like this, where it's a country that was devastated by years of dictatorship, I think it's very important, not only from the point of view of learning skills, that's obvious, but also just learning to view the world in an open way after years of Saddam's rule. So I think it's fundamental from every perspective, both the skill side, in other words, they have to be ready for the next generation of challenges that faces everybody, but also in terms of dealing with people from other country, and I think that's very important.
Are there more programs like this, like the building of this school, that the Corps of Engineers are going to be involved in?
I don't represent the Corps of Engineers per se, although we work obviously very closely with them. But I know the Corps is building a number of schools, and I know the other elements of the military are also building a lot of schools in our own province here in Diwaniyah, as well as throughout the country. So I think it's certainly not unique to this province, or for that matter, the Army Corps of Engineers. But if you're talking about education, it's not just a question of building the schools, it's also a question of building bonds between students from Iraq and from other countries, from the US. You know, we have a lot of education programs that have nothing to do with building things. Fulbright programs, for instance, in which we send Iraqi students, scholars to the US and vice versa. That's just one very famous example.
How do you feel about, one last question I have is, how'd you feel about the chanting and the singing? I mean, it was kind of cool.
I thought that was really neat, and it was obvious that the girls were very enthusiastic, and it's nice to see that they have pride in their country, so that's something I really like very much.